What's up, team? We're gonna take a deep dive into my top 5 lower body isometrics for tendon and tissue health. So here they are. Number 1 is what's called a heels up, one leg bridge iso with knee drive iso. And what that means is set yourself up flat on the ground as if you're about to do a bridge or a glute bridge. From here, you want to walk your heels as close toward your butt as possible. You'll notice your heels and your butt stops popping up. That's okay. From here, all I want you to do is bring your hips all the way up. So feet are flat, heels are up right now. From here, bring your right knee to your chest. This is the knee drive iso position. Palms are flat, hip is up. From here, I'm gonna bring this heel up the toe, the heel, I'm gonna pop it up. From here, I'll feel Achilles tendon, that lower calf and ankle structure, hips extending, and then I'm also in a knee drive iso getting hip flexor. Boom, that's my position. I hold that for time, and I switch sides and repeat. The next one's called a long bridge iso with sprinter iso. This one is more for hamstring as well as hip flexor. So the first one was Achilles tendon, the calf complex, as well as hip flexor muscle. This one's more hamstring and hip flexor muscle. Also a little bit of glute. So from here, go nice and long, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna drag our heels forward to the point where we have about 5 or 10 degrees of knee flexion like this. What that does is it biases the middle of our hamstring muscle, but also the high proximal hamstring muscle where I can get some of that proximal hamstring tendon as well. So from here, hips come all the way up right there. I'll feel my hammy. I'm gonna leave that foot position with the toe pointing up with the left foot. The right knee is gonna drive forward. So I'm here, palms are flat, boom. I get hamstring, hamstring tendon, hip flexor. And again, hold it for time, switch sides, and repeat. Next up, the last one on the floor. This is for our inner thigh groin area, our adductors. It's called a floor knees bent Copenhagen plank. What's gonna happen is set up your body in such a way that you have a straight line from your right shoulder through your right hip, through your right knee, and bend that right knee so the bottom of your foot is facing directly behind you, okay? Place a pad here, an Eric's pad, a rolled up yoga mat, even a yoga block, so it's a little bit more comfortable than going on the floor, but also it gives you a little bit of space to move this leg and hip around. So from here, I'm gonna press this part of my inner thigh down into the pad, straight line, right knee, right hip, right shoulder, left elbow is under my left shoulder as if I'm doing a side plank. This knee, I'm gonna drive it up toward my chest and bring my butt cheek and my leg off the ground. I'm gonna pop on up. So we're here, and I'm gonna drive this up, boom, and I hold that position right here. The big thing is, when you're doing this, make sure that you don't have a position where your hips are sagging behind you, meaning we don't want this crouch position. Instead, proud hips. So we're here, and then we're here, okay? Keep that hip extended and hold that position for time, switch sides and repeat, okay? The final 2 are gonna be in a standing position or off the ground, okay? First one is what we call a heels up wall sit. So we'll use this squat rack right here, just your typical wall sit position. But the added bonus now is that we're gonna also involve the ankle complex. So if I do a regular wall sit, okay, about 90 degrees, I get some great knee health, particularly in the quad tendon of the knee and the patella tendon. Boom, I would hold that there for time. I want to amp this up a little bit by getting the heels popped up as well. Now I'm bringing the ankle complex, the Achilles tendon, and the calf muscles here to play as well. And again, you'd hold that for time. The last one is what we call a heels up split squat iso. Again, we get Achilles tendon, calf musculature, ankle complex, as well as the knee joint, the patella and quad tendon, and all those important structures in the knees. So again, go into a split squat position. I'll show you from the front as well. Get about, maybe you're an inch or 2 off the ground. From here, this might be a lot for people. If it is, stay. If not, go ahead and pop that heel up and let that knee go over the toe. That's quite all right. Don't let that ankle roll up to the side. Keep it nice and flush, and you're gonna hold that position there. Again, we're getting ankle complex, Achilles tendon, as well as the patella and quad tendons in the knee joint and the quad muscles. And again, From the front, again, we're avoiding that ankle. We don't want this ankle to roll out. Make sure it's nice and flush. I lower down about an inch or two off the ground with that back knee. Pop that heel up and avoiding that rolling ankle. Hold that there for time. Switch sides and then repeat.